Hello and welcome to Creative Fun Time at Home, coming from St Peter's and St Paul Church, Bromley. Normally we would be gathering next Sunday to do some crafts together at church. Well, we can't do that this time, but we have put some ideas together for things that you can do at home on a theme not wasting but making. It's available in this video form or as a booklet or PowerPoint slides. And we've been making party hats, rainbows for the NHS and greetings cards. We'd love to hear if you'd try some of these at home and also about any other crafts you've been doing. We also hope you might be able to join us for a Zoom chat on the 24th of May at 3 p.m. So do contact Sophie, that's me, on 07962 156 673 or email sophie.sutherland@gmail.com if you'd like to tell us about what you've been doing or join in the Zoom call. Thanks for visiting us and joining in. From Jasmine, Lisa and Sophie. And now Jasmine's going to tell us a little bit about our theme and show us how to make party hats.
Hi everyone, so welcome to this series of Creative Fun at Home. And the theme of this series is using recycled materials at home to make these crafts. During this period of lockdown, it's become really evident that we need to reduce our waste and abolish this disposable culture that we have, because that is one significant way that we can stop landfill filling up, stop the oceans becoming flooded with plastic, and fundamentally to solve the issue of climate change. It is not the only solution, but it is one that will help. So doing everything that we can to get in good habits at home to reduce the amount of waste that we dispose of, by making useful products and having fun and making crafts out of recycled materials, I think is super important in this time. So I hope you enjoy making this paper hat. I've tried to make it accessible to everybody of all levels of ability to make origami. And once you've made and decorated your hat, if you could send it to Sophie, that would be brilliant, as we're going to collate all the images together to show off what we've been doing with Creative Fun Time from home. Have fun everyone and get creative. Bye!
So take a sheet of paper, use whatever paper you have. I've used A3 paper, which means that my hat will be bigger than if I were to use A4 paper. You could even use newspaper if you have it, because that would be a good way to recycle everyday materials. So first of all, fold your piece of paper in half horizontally, with the crease being made on the long edge, like in the photo on the slide. Unfold your piece of paper and turn it from a landscape to a portrait orientation. So fold your piece of paper in half again. This time make the crease on the shorter edge, which would be the edge at the top. So once you've turned your paper in a portrait direction, fold the top edge towards you so that you folded it in half. And the piece of paper should be divided into 4 sections. Now fold the top right hand corner of the sheet so that the edge meets the middle crease, so you're folding it to make a triangle shaped corner. And do the same thing with the left hand corner so that you have 2 folded triangles. So now fold the bottom edge of the paper in half to meet the bottom of your triangles in the middle, and you should only fold one edge, so you're not going to pick up both edges from where you folded your paper. You're only going to pick up the first edge at the top. and fold over the same edge again by roughly the same width, so that it covers the bottom corners of the triangles. So turn your piece of paper over onto the other side and repeat steps 7 and 8 so that the folded brims of the hat are roughly the same height. If necessary, secure the edges of the brim using tape or glue, or just tuck in the edges so that the brim is secure and the hat doesn't fall apart. So now it's time for decoration. I've decided to leave my hat plain for now, but I'm sure I'll get round to decorating it at some point. There are many different options for decoration. Here are some of my suggestions. So first of all, you could use different coloured paper to make the hat, which would make your hat very vibrant and colourful. If you're using white paper like me, then you could use felt tips or pencils to draw designs on it if you're particularly artistic. If you have them in stock, mini pom-poms, pipe cleaners, stickers, sequins and glitter are all good materials to decorate with. Or if you're using newspaper, you could paint your hat afterwards, and I recommend that because it would make your hat very bright and colourful. So I hope you found this craft accessible and enjoyable to do, and if you're anything like me, a beginner at origami, then I hope you are able to create this yourself. The main theme of Creative Fun at Home is using recycled materials such as paper, cardboard, plastics and cans to make crafts. During this period of lockdown, I think it's important that we recenter on the global issue of climate change, and making something useful out of everyday recycled materials is one way that we can be more resourceful and friendlier to the planet, and less wasteful. This is a topic that I'm particularly passionate about, and I'm keen to work with as many people as possible to improve our sustainability and to retain the ability to continue with creative fun time in an enjoyable way.
Thank you, Jasmine. And now Lisa's going to show us how to make rainbows from rubbish for the NHS. Thank you, Lisa. And now here are some ideas for decorating cards. Lots of us can't get out to choose cards for a special occasion at the moment, but everybody appreciates a homemade card. You can send your card as a photo by email or text if you can't get to the post. But do remember, if you do that, to add your message and the name on the front. Well, we've come to the end of our ideas for Creative Fun at Home for this month, but we'll end with a final thought and prayer, remembering what Jasmine said at the beginning of the video. Making new things from old, from things we have at home, is a wonderful reminder of God's care in making and sustaining our world, and the Christian hope that through Christ He will make all things new. May we be inspired to join in that work of restoration and renewal in whatever way we can. A prayer for the earth by the Right Reverend Libby Lane. Eternal God, whose Spirit moved over the face of the deep, bringing forth light and life, by that same Spirit renew your creation and restore your image in your people. Turn us from careless tenants to faithful stewards, that your threefold blessing of clean air, pure water and rich earth may be the inheritance of everything that has the breath of life, and one generation may proclaim to another the wonders of your works, through Jesus Christ, your living word, in whom all the fullness of your glory is revealed. Amen. Thank you for joining us and watching these ideas for Creative Fun Time at home. We'd love to hear if you try any of these activities and also about any other crafts you've been doing at home. We also hope you might join us for a Zoom chat on 24th of May at 3 p.m. If you'd like to do that or to tell us about any activities you've been doing, please contact Sophie 07962 156 673 or sophie.sutherland@gmail.com. Thanks for joining in, and please stay safe.